Hello everyone, happy holidays. I'm Kate with Nitty Gritty Pilates, and I'm bringing you a quick Pilates break from your day, from your work day, from whatever it is that you're doing today. All you'll need is a chair of some sort. You want to make sure that it's stable, so if it's not a dining room chair, if it is a rolling chair, you want to make sure that you press it up against something like a desk or a wall to make sure that it doesn't slide out from underneath you. Also, you will need a dish towel, a folded dish towel, or a couple of folded paper towels, something like that. Anything will do lying around that will just sort of fold in this shape. And we're just going to be using that as a little prop. All right, so our 10-minute session starts right now. All right, so we're having a seat on our chair. We're going to start by finding our neutral spine position. We're going to start with our feet just underneath our hips. So by underneath our hips, I mean just 6 bones distance apart, which means that your heels are right under your knees and your knees are right in line with the hip joint. All right, so from here, we're going to start in our seated position. We're stacking our spine up nice and tall. So we want to lift our lower abdominals up. So as opposed to kind of sitting rounded forward like we normally do, we want to lift up out of our waist. We want to close the rib cage in and down. So you want to find that rib cage, close the front, and lengthen out the back. So we want to feel like we're lifting our ribs off our waist and finding control in the core. So we should already feel our core coming on in this position. Now we're going to roll the shoulders down the back. And you want to keep the muscles under the armpits and a little bit between the shoulder blades, a little bit active here. So I mean, you're not feeling a burn, but you're just feeling a little bit of activity there, trying to keep those shoulders wide and open without bringing them up toward the ears. So as opposed to sort of crushing that walnut like I hear a lot of people say, you want to feel like you're squeezing the shoulder blades down and together. So down away from the ears and together. Now from here, lastly, we want to place our neck. So a lot of times we have this sort of forward head posture. So you want to take that chin and press it in so that our shoulders or our ears are right over our shoulders. Right? So as opposed to tucking the chin down or lifting the chin up, trying to lengthen through, we want to lengthen by pressing the chin in and keeping the ears over the shoulders. Right? So we have this nice lengthened position to start. We're going to start with our hands pressing into the side of your chair here. So this is why we want to make sure that our chair is nice and stable. We're going to press our feet down into the mat here without changing your spine, right? So as we press down, we want to make sure that we're not tucking or rounding forward. We want to keep that length. You're pressing the feet down into the ground and the hands into the front of the chair seat. You're finding that core. We're going to take an inhale and exhale. Breathing all the air out, feeling the core connect. Inhale and exhale, keeping those ears over the shoulders. Inhale and exhale. And last one, inhale and exhale. Now from here, we're going to go ahead and start to just press the feet down once again. Press the hands into the front of the seat. We're going to separate the hands a little bit from the seat, right? So they're just a little bit in front of the hips. And we're going to start to just pulse the arms forward and back. So just a nice pulse. We don't want it to sort of affect our spine all that much, right? So we want to stay nice and stable as we're pulsing the arms, keeping those ears over the shoulders. And as you can notice, it's a little bit of a challenge for me here. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is reminiscent of the Pilates hundreds. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the bounce of the arm is supposed to warm up your body here. So you might start to feel a little bit of warmth happening, getting the blood flowing. Taking deep breaths. Inhale. Stay connected to the core. Keep the ears over the shoulders. And last 10. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And rest the arms here. So now we're still in our neutral, but we're just rested. So we're not pressing the feet down. We're not pressing the hands into the front of the chair seat. Now from here, we're going to roll the shoulders down the back. We're going to bring our ears over our shoulders once again. So if you haven't moved, just stay there. We're going to turn our head to the left, just directly to the left. Look behind your left shoulder without twisting in the shoulders. So stay square in the shoulders and just turn your head looking over your shoulder with your eyes and come back to center. Exhale, turn your head to the right. Look with your eyes over your shoulder and come back to center. Turn your head to the left, look with your eyes over your shoulder, come back to center. Turn your head to the right, look over your shoulder, come back to center. Now from here, we're going to drop the right ear to the right shoulder. Try not to bring your shoulder with you or curve over. You want to just find a stretch, come back to center. Left ear to left shoulder, keep that core in and up. Come back to center. Right ear to right shoulder and center. Left ear to left shoulder and center. Now from here, we're going to keep our shoulders where they are, drop the chin down to the chest. Stretch the back of the neck. Then we're going to lift to center, lift up, chin to the ceiling. Back to center, chin to the chest. Back to center, chin to the ceiling. Back to center. Now from here, we're going to go ahead and open the feet a little bit wider here. We're going to take our hands to the tops of our thighs. Now from here, we're going to do a little bit of articulating through the spine. So if you do have any spinal issues or you're feeling any pain, you want to skip over those places here as we're rolling through, right? And if it's impossible to do that, then you want to sort of find a flat back and move through the motion with a flat neutral spine. From here, we're going to inhale to prepare. We're going to exhale. Send the tailbone back as you wave yourself forward. So low back, rib cage, chest, shoulders back, chin up. Round it over yourself. Then from here, you're going to squeeze your glutes. You're going to tuck your tailbone under you. Reach back, rounding over. So you want to squeeze those glutes, tuck the tailbone towards your face. And then we're just going to roll up, one piece at a time to your neutral. One more time, tailbone back, wave it forward. Squeeze the glutes, scoop, roll it back. Tuck the tail under you. And come back up. Now we're going to reverse. We're going to scoop and tuck. Find that exhale, round forward, forehead forward. Wave it through to that diagonal position here, and then just come up to neutral. Squeeze the glutes, scoop and tuck under, forehead down to your pubic bone. So you want to find this circular type position. Round it over and forward. Round through the spine. And come back up. Good. All right, so from here, we're going to bring our feet back to sits bones distance. We're going to place our hands onto the front of the chair here. This is how I like to do it. A lot of these exercises come from Alisa Wyatt, who is an instructor on Pilatesology and also the owner and founder of Pilatesology. And some of these exercises are also influenced from gyrokinesis, just so that you know. We're going to inhale to prepare. We're going to exhale. Find your neutral spine. You're going to press the feet down into the mat. Press the hands down into the seat. Squeeze the glutes. And you're going to try and lift your hips off that chair. So we're leaning a little bit forward. Squeeze those glutes. Try to lift your hips off of that chair. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Find that connection in the core. And then just lower the hips down onto the seat. Take an inhale. And an exhale. Press the hands down into the seat. Lift the core. Squeeze the glutes. Press the feet down. Lift the hips up. Find that glute squeeze. Hold, hold, hold. And then lower down. One more time. We're going to inhale here. Exhale, press the hands down into the front of the chair. Squeeze the glutes, hinge a little bit forward. Lift it up, 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 and lower down. Of course, if you have a softer chair, you can always place your fists down alongside your body as well. Or if you want something like a couple of towels, you can prop your hands up on 2 towels and do it that way, especially if you have shorter arms like I do. Now from here, we're going to place the towel in between the knees. We're going to find the front of our chair here. We're going to go ahead and lift the heels up, pressing into the arch of the foot. We'll lower the heels. We'll lift the heels up. We'll lower the heels. Lift the heels up. We'll lower the heels. We're squeezing that towel and lower the heels. Find that core. Lift the heels up. Lower the heels. Lift the heels up, and as you're lifting up, you want to find as much press into that arch as you can. You want to really articulate the feet. And then as you're coming back, you want to feel almost like you're pulling your heels towards your seat as you lower those heels down, with control. So I'm not moving all that much, but I'm feeling a lot of effort in the back of the legs. Pulling the balls of the feet toward my seat, and then I'm lowering the heels down with control. And you might see me sort of micro-moving here. Lift the heels up, pull my heels toward my seat, squeeze my towel, lower the heels down. One more time, lift the heels up, pull my heels toward my seat, lower the heels down, and take the towel out. From here, we're just gonna come up to a stand. We'll walk around to the back edge of the towel. We'll grab the top of our right foot if we can. If not, you can always use your towel here to hook onto the top of your foot and just find a stretch from here, stretching through the hip flexor. And then we'll release. We'll go to the other side, so you can grab with the hand or with a towel. Stretch and lower down. All right, and that concludes our 10-minute Pilates break. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I have 2 more videos to share with you that will be put out really soon, so I hope you will join me again.